Are you thinking about traveling to Italy soon? In this video, we're going to give you some basic phrases in Italian to know that's going to help you a lot during your trip.
Stay tuned!
Hi everyone, I'm Rick.
And I'm Andrea, and today we're giving you some basic Italian sentences that you can use on your next trip to Italy. But first, if you like travel-related videos, now is a great time to hit the subscribe button so you'll never miss any future videos. Also, stay tuned till the end because we'll give you a link for a cheat sheets, downloadable cheat sheets with all the phrases we taught today.
Cool, so you can keep them on you or on your phone.
Exactly, you can print it out. As we told you before, not everyone in Italy speaks English, and knowing some basic Italian phrases will help you a lot during your visit. So let's begin. So let's start with greetings. The most basic Italian greeting that everybody knows is ciao. Ciao can be used to say hello, to say goodbye. However, it's very informal. If you're talking to someone that you never met before, especially if he or she is older than you are, you should use a more formal greeting, such as salve. That means hello, no matter what time of the day it is. It's not very used and it sounds a little bit old-fashioned or stuffy. So better use buongiorno, that means good morning, buon pomeriggio, that means good afternoon, and it is not as common as the other one. Buonasera, that means good evening, or buonanotte, that means good night. You should use arrivederci.
That one's a tough one.
Yeah, I know it's a tough one. That literally means see you later or goodbye. Again, this is very formal, but it's used a lot. So, arrivederci. Lastly, if you want to wish someone a good trip, you can say buon viaggio.
Buon viaggio.
Buon viaggio.
All right, so next we're going to talk about how to introduce yourself to new people. And the most common way to introduce yourself is to just say, piacere, mi chiamo Rick. That means nice to meet you, my name is Rick. And that's usually the answer to that is piacere, which literally translate means pleasure. But it's also used to say nice to meet you. If you're introducing yourself to someone younger, or if you want to be a little informal, you could say ciao, io sono Rick. And that means hi, I'm Rick. To this, the answer could be piacere or ciao.
As you can see, ciao is used a lot.
You just say ciao for everything.
Okay, next topic is at the hotel. Normally, most hotel employees speak English if you are in a big city. But, however, if you're staying in the countryside or a farm stay, you might end up in a place where English is not as well spoken. In this case, here are some commonly used phrases that you can use. First one is ho una prenotazione. That means I have a reservation. Or you can use avete una stanza. That you can translate, do you have a room available? Another thing is very common to ask is la colazione, that means breakfast. Or, another thing you might need to know is avete l'aria condizionata. This means, do you have air conditioning? Again, you can use another phrase, potete rifarmi la stanza per favore. That means, could you make my room, please?
Yes, but aria condizionata is really important. All right, so let's move on to some Italian phrases that you might use when you're at a restaurant. Now again, in major cities, every restaurant at least has one staff member or two that speaks English. But outside the tourist areas, you might end up in a restaurant where they only speak Italian. So let's start. Avete un tavolo per due. That means, do you have a table for two? Now, if you want to say 3 or 4, you could just substitute due with tre or quattro. Also, when you're at the restaurant, when it's time for the bill, you can ask il conto per favore. And this is a very well-known sentence and just means, can I have the check, please? Avete un menù in inglese. This means, do you have a menu in English? Now, chances are they're not going to have one, especially if it's a good restaurant, but hey, it's worth checking. Tutto molto bene, grazie means everything is good. Thank
Tutto
you.
molto buono.
Tutto molto buono. Exactly. Now, one sentence that's very important to know is dove il bagno, per favore? And that means, where is the bathroom, please?
You forgot. Can I have the salt? Which you translate, posso avere il sale?
Yeah, but you don't need salt in Italy because
you don't.
the food here is usually properly seasoned. So
Usually.
I know it was on the list, but I just decided to skip it.
Skip it.
But that's okay. I mean, there you go.
Okay. Okay, let's see something that you can use at a train station. These are words that you will see on the train billboard, and they are important for you to recognize if you're catching a train. One of the most important words to remember when you are at a train station and we're waiting for your train is binario. That means platform. And you will need to find the correct platform or the correct binario to catch your train.
By the way, the binario might just say B-I-N.
Might. Word number 2 is biglietteria. Biglietteria. That means ticket office. Another word that you should know when you are catching the train is ritardo. That means delay. Ritardo. So if you see that your train is in ritardo, means it's delayed. One sign that is very common in every Italian train station is sotto passaggio. I know it sounds complicated, but it means underpass. And that you will have to take to get to your binario or your platform. Fortunately, in most touristy train stations such as Rome, Florence, Naples, Milan, all the signs are in Italian and English. But again, if you're in the countryside, chances are Italian only.
Now, let's consider some phrases that you might need when you're shopping. The most important one, at least for me, is quanto costa questo, or quanto costa. And that just means, how much is this, or how much? The next important phrase to know is avete nella mia taglia. And this means, do you have it in my size? And on the same topic, if you want to learn avete in taglia più grande, that means, do you have a bigger size? Or maybe you just ate a little bit too much spaghetti. Of course, you could say avete una taglia piccola, and that just means the opposite, do you have a smaller size? Also, you might want to learn avete un altro colore, and that means, do you have a different color? But before you pay, you always have to ask, mi puoi fare un sconto? Which means, can you give me a discount? I ask that all the time.
All the time.
And then, posso pagare con la carta di credito? And that just means, can I pay by a credit card?
Excellent. Let's see some generic sentences you might need during your trip to Italy. First of all, dove sono I taxi? Dove sono I taxi? That means, where are the taxis? Also, you should know, mi può chiamare un taxi? Mi può chiamare un taxi? That means, could you call me a taxi? If you need to use the bathroom and you see a coffee shop, you can ask, posso usare il bagno? Posso usare il bagno? That means, can I use the bathroom? Most of the time the answer is sì, ma deve consumare, which means yes, but you have to buy something. So just grab a bottle of water or bottiglia d'acqua and you'll be fine.
And then you'll need to pee again in 5 minutes. They've got this whole thing figured out.
I know.
Well, folks, remember to check the link so that you can download our cheat sheet. The link is right here, and it's also available for you in the description below. So, folks, go take a look because it's some good freebies that you'll be able to take with you on your trip to Italy. We really hope you liked our video about Italian phrases, and if there's something we missed,
please leave a comment below, and we will reply to you as soon as possible. Meanwhile, see you on the next video.
See you guys.
Bye.